This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Oh, he's going to air it. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 65 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Seahawks 0. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check 13. Check 13. Got it. Check 53. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Greg Olsen.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the 36-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 35-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike, 53.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Green 90! Green 90!
First carry out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Tackle made at the 47.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in cover.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Rodrigo Blanken.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing.
Here's Carson. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. He'll find Valor out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, come on.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, 39 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Colts 21, Seahawks 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, first and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was taking.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of
you don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A 3-yard pickup.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
first and 10. Taylor now. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 11 now.
44-yard line.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Bobby Wagner coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 7.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Rivers on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. To throw again. Rivers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Gain on the play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Catch made here by Campbell. And he lost the football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. From the gun, Rivers. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
To number 13.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
5-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 55 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score. Colts 31. Seahawks 21.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1 yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's got it to Hilton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
A gain of 36 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Lockett the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 59 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Flushed out right. And Pascal's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25.
I like it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Colts 45.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Lockett the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On second down now. It's Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bomb.